Hola César,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
acá andamos.
¿Todo bien?
Sí,
Sí, dentro de lo que cabe, sí.
¿vos estás bien?
Todo bien.
Antes me reía porque enganché un satsang, una reunión tuya unos quizás años atrás,
¿No?
y te habían bombardeado con preguntas y faltaba poquito para que vos tenías que irte o un compromiso, y se conecta el último, digamos, y vos le dijiste, por favor, que sea una respuesta, que sea una pregunta
Fácil, sí.
por la que no. Y el hombre arrancó diciendo, César, una pregunta sobre el chamanismo. No, esto va para largo. No, espero que no sea así. César, una cuestión respecto de, siempre está presente la indicación,
¿La?
¿no? Lo que vos nos decís, claro, digamos, las bases,
No.
la enseñanza básica.
Sí, el conocimiento, los conceptos básicos.
También está presente la autoindagación. Algunos periodos más frecuentemente y otros periodos menos. Pero lo que observo es, o son altibajos, digamos, como periodos donde hay como un fervor por estar en contacto con el conocimiento básico que nos das, los conceptos básicos, con la indagación, con el contacto con vos, y después eso decae. Y yo entiendo que no hay nada que hacer, que es así, uno no puede incrementar el interés por esto, digamos. Pero no sé bien, no tengo una pregunta clara, en realidad. Solamente eso, de esa observación de que fluctúa, ¿no? Periodos de tiempo en eso, como más intensidad y otros periodos en los que cuesta mucho indagar, uno se distrae mentalmente con cuestiones, otras cuestiones, digamos, propias de la experiencia humana. Sin embargo, siempre, o sea, en lo profundo de mí, tengo la certeza de que es por acá, digamos. No se puede hacer nada.
Mm, sí, déjame tratar de, si puedo agarrar por aquí y por allá lo que has dicho. Cuando dices que no se puede indagar, que no se puede indagar, cuando la gente dice no se puede indagar, es porque no encuentra que la indagación se haga efectiva, que se haga suficiente. ¿Me sigues? Que no, pareciera que no funciona porque la mente no se detiene.
Mm,
Y ese es el error, porque si la mente no se detiene, hay conciencia de la mente que no se detiene. Y aunque la
mm,
mente no se detenga, se puede mantener la atención en la conciencia de la mente, es decir, en uno mismo. Porque lo que hay que prestar atención es a uno mismo, esa conciencia es uno mismo, todavía uno no lo tiene claro. Uno se identifica con la mente y pareciera que la mente le pone atención a la conciencia, pero realmente es poner la atención a uno mismo, es autoobservación, autoindagación es autoobservación.
sí, pero ni siquiera a veces aparecen espacios para esto, que es algo básico.
No entiendo.
Como que está el impulso, pero pasan días, bueno, nunca pasa más de 2 o 3 días, pero pasa mucho tiempo y el impulso está, bueno, tengo la indicación clara, la enseñanza básica clara, vamos, adentro, adentro, y no fluye, ¿viste? Después otra semana sí,
Pero
pero mientras,
lo que necesito, lo que quieres, lo que quisiera entender es a qué te refieres con no fluye, con no, es lo que no sucede.
es que hay un impulso por autoindagar y por entrar en contacto, por volver a pasar los conceptos básicos o por autoobservarse, pero aparecen distracciones mentales o físicas que impiden eso. Entonces hay como un pulso interno por hacerlo, pero al mismo tiempo nunca se encuentra el tiempo o me distraigo con pavadas, con cosas futiles, eso.
Eso es natural. Depende, también depende de la persona, depende de la mente de la persona. También depende de cuán interesado esté uno en esto, la intensidad que uno le ponga. Si la intensidad es 100%, en una fracción de segundo, al menos tienes un atisbo. Luego que un atisbo, es posible otra vez caer, ¿m? En la identificación con la mente, el cuerpo y todo lo demás. Y puede que te dejes llevar un rato por allí. Pero el atisbo te dice, el atisbo te da un punto de referencia, si no hay comparación, no hay nada que se compare con tu realidad. ¿M? Y empieza a haber esa especie de preferencia, ¿m? Por el silencio, por la tranquilidad. El interés por las experiencias sensoriales disminuye. ¿M? El interés por los placeres derivados de los sentidos disminuye. ¿M? El interés de conversaciones completamente banales disminuye. El interés por tener una relación con personas, ¿ok?, que se comportan de esa manera disminuye. O sea, hay una disminución de esas inclinaciones, ¿sí? De esas tendencias, de esos hábitos, algo que uno habitualmente hace, condicionado por la cultura, la tradición, etcétera, etcétera. Todo eso va, y eso va haciendo que la atención, sí, el interés que está allí, ¿sí? Naturalmente, como no tienes control sobre las tendencias, ¿ok? Y como se despiertan solas, ¿sí? Porque tienen una especie de momentum, una especie de fuerza, ¿sí? Es energía acumulada, o sea, es un cúmulo de energía que está allí, ¿ok? En estado latente o potencial, en su momento, brum, aunque vibran y se manifiestan, aparecen, brum, ¿m? Y está bien, si uno entiende que tampoco se puede hacer nada al respecto, ¿m? Sino, de nuevo, mantener la atención, ¿m?, en sí mismo, porque para que se agoten y ver cómo se agotan, ¿sí? Cómo aparecen, ¿ok? Y se agotan. Si no hay identificación con ellas, si no se les da realidad, si se entiende realmente qué es lo que son, ¿m?, entonces se van disolviendo, ¿sí? Se van debilitando. Si no se disuelven, por lo menos se debilitan. Y todo eso por el atisbo. El atisbo te dice, aparte de esto, todo lo demás es temporal.
Mm.
Y si el ego está
Era una,
presente, y si el ego está presente, entonces lo que hago es que fortalezco eso, ¿ok? Les doy más energía, y si muero ahora, eso no muere. Eso queda suspendido, ¿sí? Eso va a un lugar que se llama nesciencia, ignorancia, y ahí queda guardadito, y luego ¡pap!, se despierta otra vez. Y se repite.
Pero ese atisbo o ese punto de referencia ocurre o no ocurre. Uno no puede propiciarlo.
Esa es una pregunta muy, muy, ¿cómo la denominaríamos? Hay una trampa en la pregunta, sí, es una pregunta muy compleja porque la respuesta es sí y no. ¿Ok? Porque por un lado dice, bueno, pues no puedo hacer nada al respecto, pero por otro lado pareciera que hubiera que deliberadamente llevar la atención al
Mm,
trasfondo. ¿Mm?
perfecto.
Pero ese deliberado, ese acto deliberado ya está condicionado, o sea que lo que pasa es que la mente apática predomina, ¿sí? La indagación se hace con una mente pura, donde ni siquiera hay expectativa por el resultado de la indagación, ¿sí? Porque no puedes tener una expectativa. Si tienes una expectativa, entonces estás esperando que suceda lo que tú crees que es el trasfondo, que aparezca la idea que tú tienes del trasfondo. Y tú mismo la puedes crear y decir, oh, aquí está. Entonces se va despertando. Eso también está allí. Esa tendencia también está allí. La tendencia de erradicar todas las tendencias, incluyendo la tendencia raíz, ya está allí. También se despierta de manera espontánea. Entonces, que no hay que hacer nada, es cierto, pero no indagues para que veas cómo te va. ¿No? Te vas a ver
Sí,
prácticamente que obligado, o quito la atención de aquí o me vuelvo loco, ¿sí? O me quedo perdido
claro.
acá también.
Sí, evidentemente la rendición no es algo que
Es
yo
lo,
observando haya pasado, digamos.
es lo mismo. Rendición es, dejo el cuerpo en paz, el mío y el del otro. A mi mente la dejo en paz y la del otro. Y automáticamente la atención se va a la fuente. O mejor dicho, se hace obvio la presencia de la fuente, del trasfondo, de ese trasfondo de silencio, que al principio pareciera algo que yo conozco y que eventualmente me doy cuenta de qué es lo que yo soy, ¿sí? Entonces me conozco a mí mismo, eso es autoconocimiento, que no es diferente a autoobservación, que no es diferente a autoindagación. ¿Me sigues? O sea, la autoindagación es directo autoconocimiento, que no se tenga claro al principio es otra cosa. Pero eso que estoy viendo no es algo que yo estoy, es lo que yo soy.
Otra arista de la pregunta es la siguiente, que puedo entender intelectualmente que, por ejemplo, esta conversación es un privilegio, digamos. La aparición de un maestro consagrado, de un sabio consagrado dispuesto.
Yo no diría un privilegio, pero porque ya crearíamos un status quo espiritual para los
No, no,
privilegiados.
no, a lo mejor
Eh,
usé la palabra equivocada, pero es una bendición, digamos, que yo pueda estar y que vos estés dispuesto. Y a veces no valorar eso me hace ruido. Digo, si César está disponible 2 veces por día, lo cual es algo inimaginable para cualquier buscador del mundo, en mi idioma, y estoy ahí como dando vueltas y me ha costado siempre eso, rendirme ante una evidencia de una bendición o de algo, de una oportunidad que aparece, digamos. Porque yo no te busqué ni nada, de pronto llegó como un relámpago, la
ah,
enseñanza del
eh,
destino
es como
y al tiempo para ti.
estar sentado en la estación del tren, un tren que estoy esperando de hace tiempo y llega y no me monto en el tren.
exacto.
Y entonces tengo que esperar a que venga otra vez, ¿sí? Móntate en el tren y no te bajes, no te bajes. El mismo Ramana. A Ramana no lo pudo alejar nadie más de 2 millas de Runachala.
Que era su gurú, digamos.
¿Sí? Y por las circunstancias de vida, la familia, etcétera, etcétera. Si fuera por mí, si estuviera soltero, me encuentran con taparrabo en Arunachala y yo que no, y yo con que no hablar lo suficiente porque no parezco, yo en India durante muchísimo tiempo cuando trabajaba y viajaba no me pedía ni pasaporte porque parezco, si la barba me la dejo un poquito y me visto como indio, paso como indio. Y feliz con mi taparrabo. Uf, adiós todo el mundo. ¿Me sigue? Pero por cosas del destino, si hay una razón, ¿sí? Aquí estamos. Eso sí lo entendí yo rápido. Y lo entendí sin saber que lo estaba entendiendo. O sea, simplemente sucedió. Eso depende también, de nuevo, de la mente del buscador. Esa tranquilidad, ni siquiera la ausencia de la mente, sino nada más la tranquilidad mental. ¿Sí? Uf, oh, ese ratico de, oh, uf, ¿sí? Y darme cuenta que sucedía porque esos personajes estaban allí. O debido a la influencia de la vibración o la energía, como lo quieras llamar, de ese lugar en particular, ¿sí? Se llama auspiciosos, ¿verdad? Y nada, yo no quiero ir, es más, yo no me voy de aquí, yo me quedo aquí, por lo menos hasta que, como digo yo, hasta que toque la campana. Y había algo que decía, ok, está bien, pero todavía hay más. Y tiene que haber algo más allá de la quietud mental. Eso varía de persona en persona, la intensidad, el interés, todo, el entendimiento, todo. Por eso a cada persona lo suyo, ¿sí? A cada uno lo suyo, capullo, ¿sí? Es como una mamá que tiene 3 hijos, uno recién nacido, otro de 5 años y otro de 12 años. Al adulto no le da teta, ¿sí? Y al de teta no le da garbanzo. ¿Sí? Entonces a cada quien se le va llevando y también tienes que ir dejando, tienes que darle la libertad de cada quien. Sí, no se puede forzar, yo no puedo forzar a nadie, ni obligar a nadie. Yo estoy aquí, ¿sí? El tren no obliga a nadie a que se monte, el tren pasa, se paró 3 minutos, 5 minutos, se montaron bien, no tan bien, sigue, y vengo entre otro rato. ¿Sí? Él no invita a nadie ni deja a nadie atrás, él está allí, las puertas se abren y el que entró entró y el que no, pues bien.
Eso por ahora. Gracias, César.
¿Y qué va a generar esa intensidad? Las mismas tendencias. ¿Sí? Y el sufrimiento que producen, si la angustia que producen, la ansiedad que producen, si el estrés que producen, el miedo que producen. ¿Ah? Uf, el miedo, esa es una de las mejores motivadores. Uf, porque todo eso genera el impulso o el deseo de que todo eso desaparezca. Si la mente está quieta, déjala así.
Sí, a veces pareciera que, no en todos los casos, pero que habría una condición de mucha angustia o mucha presión que empuja a la rendición. Y en mi caso se dio una vida tranquila, solitaria, qué sé yo.
A menos que
Pero
seas,
bueno,
a menos que seas una persona por naturaleza inquisitiva, introspectiva, observadora, que tengas esa capacidad de observación. La mía fue una combinación de los dos. Desde niño fui muy observador, ponía muchísima atención
mm,
y no decía nada, prestaba atención al entorno y algo dentro de mí se daba cuenta de lo que pasaba, si era verdad, si era mentira, si tenía sentido, si no, y dije, y rechazaba ciertas cosas, ¿no? ¿Qué? Que yo tengo que ser como qué,
mm,
una institución para que me conviertan en qué. Y también entendía, como soy, no me queda otra, tengo que ir a esos sitios, pero de ahí no aprendo nada, de ahí no agarro yo nada. O sea, paso por ahí, pero de ahí no me llevo nada. Y pasé por la milicia y no me traje nada. ¿Sí? Las hostias que me dieron, y recuerdo, pero Ujú. Porque eso es lo que va haciendo uno, si uno va recogiendo todo eso. Lo va recogiendo y lo va guardando en en la cajita de Pandora. Y empieza uno a jugar con ellos. Porque desde pequeño me di cuenta que nada de eso hace al hombre feliz. Ni el dinero, ni las relaciones de pareja, ni las comodidades, ni el status quo, eh, estatus social o como lo quieran llamar, nada de eso, porque los vi y decía, no. Entonces, ¿de qué se trata todo esto? La pregunta, ¿no? Y ajá, todavía uno no se ha formulado la pregunta correcta, ¿sí? Uno cuestiona el qué, el cómo, el cuándo, el dónde y el por qué, hasta que descubres que, bueno, la pregunta es quién. Cuando cuestionas al quién, la realidad de la persona, la naturaleza de la persona y tu identidad como tal. El otro era un ego rebelde, pero seguía siendo ego, ¿sí? Que todavía estaba en conflicto. Un ego desapegado, ¿sí? Pero no había desapego del ego, ¿no? Que es desidentificación con el cuerpo. Yo le montaba cacería al señor Ratandar, porque no, cuando todavía no éramos muy, ¿no? Muy cercanos. Yo sabía que los lunes fijo en el salón de conferencia. Y en el jardín, cuando la gente le pedía una reunión en privado, ¿sí? Con su grupo, ¿no? Que eran generalmente personas que no hablaban inglés de otros países, entonces ellos traían un traductor y se reunían en un jardín. Yo pasaba por ese jardín todos los días, a ver si estaba ahí. Y a veces él no estaba ahí y yo me sentaba en ese jardín, o sea, nada más como teniendo la memoria, sí, el recuerdo del feeling. Eso depende de cada quien.
Gracias, César. Un
No,
abrazo grande.
igualmente. Dame un segundo, Ana, que tengo. Si quieres, envía los audios, ve los enviando, yo los. Ok.
Dull mind and weak mind is the same.
Same. Dull mind is laziness, slackness, apathy, disappointment. It's like you are low.
Yeah,
That mind may be necessary for the rest of the body. The body needs rest. The body needs rest, therefore the mind has to sleep. The body doesn't sleep, or the body doesn't wake up. The mind sleeps, the mind wakes up, the mind dreams. And the mind is awakened, dream, and dream state collectively. Are you following? Yes. These are three states of mind. It's the same mind that undergoes these changes.
Yeah.
Right? Sleep is total rest. The mind is in that state, the mind is in a state of ignorance. It is ignorance. And now it is knowledge.
why it's ignorance if it knows itself, or it doesn't know itself?
And then there is nothing in the universe that knows itself. There is nothing that is self-aware or that is aware but the self. The body is not self-aware and is not aware. There is body consciousness, but the
Yes.
body is not consciousness. There is mind consciousness,
Yeah.
energy consciousness.
I can know that I have a body.
Well, you don't have a body, but I know what you mean. The self doesn't have a body. The self is.
I mean, like there is, let's say, this is my body.
Yes.
Yes, but it's not me. It's my body.
My mind also applicable, right?
My mind. Yes.
My energy also.
My energy.
And as you go to the further, cannot go further than that, is my ignorance. The void. This thing that people say, oh, there is nothing there. That is ignorance. Right?
But the self is not ignorant.
No.
So in the deep sleep, it's not ignorant.
No. Ignorance is there, but it's not ignorant. The self is not, see, this, that, or the other. It's simply, it is. It simply is. Even if there is darkness, or many people mistake the void, the emptiness for the self.
No, the self is supposed to be fulfilled with the emptiness, let's say, right?
It's just conscious, it's just aware. It sees. This is why it's called the witness.
But this,
Until certain point is called the witness. For now, we have to use that term.
but this, like, people also, in some tradition, I think, it's called the emptiness as well, right?
Yeah.
But that emptiness is not that dark or void emptiness.
No, it's not.
This emptiness is like fulfillment.
Emptiness means empty. Empty of qualities.
Characteristics.
See, an absolute reality that is not intelligent, that is empty, this is a stupid absolutely. That makes no sense. So it is awake, alive. It's the only thing that is really awake, always, and always alive. Any other idea of awakening or aliveness, it depends upon this awakening and this aliveness. For the object to be seen, it needs to be illumined, right?
Like, there are some, let's say, dark spots, yeah, in the mind, let's say. So to see those dark spots, you need to get aware to them, yeah, to see them.
No, you cannot do it consciously. They will show up. You don't have to worry about anything. This is the trap that you are in. You are
Trying to find them.
yes, you are chasing the dark spot. You are with a spiritual broom. Okay, you are with a spiritual cleaning products, a spiritual cleaning kit. If you back it, and then you're looking for the dark spot, believing that if you clean all that stuff, you will get something. What you are is what you are, and it's untouched by the clean spot or the dark spots. All that clears up by itself without you doing anything, just by being what you are. By knowing what you are. All that, you don't have to do anything. And the mind is an illusory self. The darkness that you want to clean is illusory. And the cleanness is also illusory. So an illusion is an admission to clear what is illusory. So if you see that movement of the illusion, trying to do something about the illusion, right? That movement is stopped. That quality of mental activity stops. And that mental activity is ego activity because that mental activity carries the sense of individuality, right? That there is a person, jiva, an individual soul, somebody that is doing the cleaning, the purification,
Some important thing.
yeah, this is so important. It's an illusion. It's as important as your dreams. You may be doing something terrific in your dreams. You can be the most important person in the world in your dreams. You wake up and who was that person? Nothing. It never existed. It was imaginary, right? So it is the person that it appears to be there now. It doesn't really exist. It appears to be there. It's not really there. You have to become aware of this fact. This is it. No? If you become aware of what is illusory, you become aware of yourself as the reality of the illusion. Yeah?
Like when I understand that this one is illusory, then I understand who am I.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The illusion points to the fact. See, it's pointing the finger to that which is witnessing to the fact that there must be present already a witness of the illusion. And you call it witness, and you understand that the illusion is not separate from the witness. So therefore, the illusion is a witness. And then who is witnessing what? There is no witness neither. So they are not two. But witnessing is still a thought. See, the thought is coming from a clear understanding that there is an absolute reality there, right? An absolute nowhere or whatever. But when it is clear that the knower and the known, that the absolute knower and the relative known are one and the same, so the idea of knower and the known disappears. See, that's it, finishes. Not true. It cannot be true. The witness and what is witness, the absolute and the relative, all that gets reduced to mere concepts. They lose the reality and their validity. The validity was there. Even what I'm talking about has an expiring date. And once this is understood, it must be forgotten. So you can have experience.
Not to chew it all the time.
No, this is what you do. You keep on chewing
right.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Whether the knowledge is right or wrong, misinterpreted, right? Or by you or given to you already distorted, all that has to stop. So the mind has to be free from even the knowledge. So it's no longer a knower because it has nothing to know. Having nothing to know, the knower has no ground to stay. And the knower also disappears. What is left, you don't know. What is left, you are. And what you are, you don't know. See? So stop and sit here, come here. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be here. That's all. The rest is happens by itself. You cannot even say it's by me. It happens by itself. Even what you want, which is purification of the mind, just by being here and doing nothing, will take place.
However, I feel like, no, I understand.
Who is the doer? If you're going to be here, if you want to do something, question the doer. Who is it? If you question the doer, it's not the doing. Questioning the doer is not the doing. Right? It's being. See? It's being what you are. Like, who is this one that claims to be myself? Who is this one that is limiting my reality? This body. Who is it? And straight away it keeps quiet. When it keeps quiet, leave it until it rises the head again. If the mind is quiet, don't spoil it. Leave it alone so it can dissolve in its source. Now, what are you going to do with a habit? It's a habit. See, it's an addiction there. The tendency. See, all what you do here is it's a tendency that are expressing itself now.
But it stops here.
If it stops here, is you leave them alone. See, because if they show up and then you try to do something about it, yes or no? And then by doing that, you will fortify the tendency, including the tendency to destroy the tendencies. There's another tendency. The tendency of spirituality, this is a good tendency, it still is a tendency. Here, all that disappears. And what is the tendency that originated all that? The tendency to identify yourself with the body. That also disappears here. There's nothing that can be done or has to be done about it. Just to recognize it for what it is, an illusion. Energy also is an illusion. I'm not saying illusion in a negative sense, or that it shouldn't even be there. It is just there. But what is it? It changes. Energy levels changes, right? Oh, high level of energy. So what? It's an illusion. No energy is bad. No, it's not bad. It's low energy, high energy. Right? The energy movement, the energy frequencies, right? It still is a phenomenon, yes. It is known, right? If it is known, forget it. Who is the knower? The mind appears to be the knower. And as a knower, and they says, this what I know is good, this what I know is bad. What I know is good and bad. And this one is better, this one is good, this one is higher, this one is lower, this is pure, this is impure, this is this, and this is that. That is thought, which is also energy. Thought is also energy. Body is also energy. Different frequencies of energy, right? Energy is a very illusory power. Shakti, Kundalini, whatever you like to call it, it's the illusory power, the undifferentiated potential creative energy, see? Inseparable from its source. But it creates an idea that it is separate from the source and it covers the source, veils the source. But by the means of thought, if thoughts are not there, then the witness gets revealed, right? And the illusion still is there. So, and the question then comes, so what? Let it be there. Who cares? Right? It's an illusion. And now it's entertaining, right? So the prison becomes a fun park. Because illusion is there for the entertainment, believe it or not, of the absolute. As written in the Vedas, all this universe says plural, not singular, plural. Okay, there is more than what you can possibly imagine. There's an infinite amount of possibilities. They arise from the self, by the self, for the self. No one else is there. That means whatever appears, it doesn't exist separate, independently, right? On its own. Independently. See, there is no second entity actually called Maya or illusion or world or whatever you like to call it. It's there, but then you don't have to go crazy about it, right? Enjoy it if it is pleasant. If not, then bear it because it has to be like that. Otherwise, you will have no point of reference. You don't know what is pleasure if you don't compare it with pain, right? Or like tiredness with energy and so on. See?
But for the absolute, there is no pain and there is no.
No, for the absolute, there is nothing. The absolute is.
There is no sorrow and there is no. I mean, it's
In itself, it's blissfulness.
Yeah.
It's permanent beatitude. All that you mentioned happens in it, not to eat. In it. Like the movie happens on the screen, not through the screen. The fire on the screen does not burn the screen. It burns the people in the movie, but the fire and the people are illusory.
So it's not to identify myself with that characteristics and staying myself.
Yes.
And I'm staying unaffected from
Yes,
that.
it's to be what you are. It's not to do something. It's to be what you are. This is wise. When somebody talks to you about it, right? Already you begin to get it because it becomes obvious what you listen while you listen, right? It's to be what you are. And that was the first book I read from Ramana Maharshi. From his teaching, not from Ramana. From his teaching, it was written by David Gottman. The book, the title was Be As You Are. Ramana said, don't think that you are. See, just be. Don't try to be. Be. Do not meditate. Be the meditator. The mind will be there. Everything, everything will remain as it was. It is no longer going to be a problem. So the illusion will not make a problem about the illusion. It remains as an illusion, so what? After it comes and it goes and it changes, but then you realize that your reality is untouched. You know, phenomenon here, an event here, see, something nice here, something easy here, some troubles there. Everybody faces troubles in this world. Everybody, there's no escape from it. Not even the gods. I mean, hello. Look at the life of the gods, and the so-called, that's hell. These people, what kind of life was Krishna's life and Rama's life and hell, struggle, right? Wars. Or Socrates, or Jesus, or Buddha, look at those lives, check it out, and see they didn't have to face challenges. All of them, first of all, they had to deal with the religious caste. In the case of Jesus, Buddha, and Socrates, they have to deal with the religious caste. It troubles them from the beginning till the end. Buddha has to face all the Brahmin caste in India, right? And tell them all this is not the absolute reality. It derives from the absolute reality. Vaita is coming from Advaita, what we call religion, and all this knowledge is coming from Advaita knowledge. You have to keep a little bit of equilibrium with the human existence to avoid too much chaos. Actually, it's to keep a balance between good and evil, to be honest with you. You see why? When the evils overpowers the goodness, this avatars comes and then a little bit of balance appears. From the one that is sick and tired of the game of good and evil, he wants to go beyond. Why somebody wants to go beyond good and evil? Because they know it is possible, right? What they don't know is that they are that already. See, what they want is what they are. So they want to know, who am I really? But the search for the truth is the search for yourself, whether one is aware of this fact or not. You're tired of the game, see, good and evil. Conflict. Kurukshetra, Dharma Kshetra, see, all this stuff. And yeah, you will find yourself, but this is a game now. You will play on the good side, but we know it's a play, it's not real. So you don't feel proud because you're good, because you help, because you see, there's no pride, there's nothing, because there will be no ego. It's the mind that basically overrule. See, that's the mind of the sage.
Just doing.
Can't help it. It doesn't do it following any codes of conduct or any authority.
Out of reason, not out of reason.
Happens by itself naturally. If I am you, how can I hurt you? How can I do anything? I am you. There's no separation between you and I.
Also wanted to ask, let's say if I feel pain, you also feel it, like, you know.
If I have to, I will. If not, I don't. If I need to know something, I will. If I don't need to know something, I won't. Whatever happens here is not out of volition. Willpower. intention, desire, wanting, it just happens. If I need to know what is that, I'll know it. But, and all that is, the sage doesn't need anything anymore. It doesn't even need the body. To be honest, the sage is just waiting, basically waiting for retirement. Right? He's waiting to this. No more, I am hungry, I am tired, that's on, gone. Body is gone, fantastic. He knows that also he cannot accelerate the process. He cannot commit suicide, he cannot kill the body, because he knows that this body has to finish whatever this body came to do in this world. So he let him just run. It's just waiting for the generator to switch off when it runs out of petrol. For the car to stop because it ran out of petrol, that's all. How this car will go, where it's going to go, he doesn't care anymore. You know that it's just for the sake of running out of petrol. Are you following? So it's not interested there's no interest in any personal gain. He got they say, got what he wanted, meaning that he knew who he is. He got it means he didn't get it. He knows is that. And whatever is done is for the other, but who is the other but himself? Are you following? So for whom is doing what? The mind cannot wrap itself around this fact. So if I need to know something about you, it's because something will come here to there. For you, what do I get out of that? Suppose that you become enlightened now. What do I get from that? Or if you remain ignorant for another 2,000 years, what do I lose? Are you following? What?
I mean, you're self-sufficient, that's why for you it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. There is no mission here. Right? There is no savior of mankind here. This is just happening, that's all. Look at Dario. Dario just accidentally found me on a video, and then he went to the zoo for a couple of times or something, and then he got a ticket across the planet to come here for a week. Like, who brought this man here? And you here? And who, the same power that is keeping this man here for the sake of this meeting to take place, that's all. Right? Okay. Your visa finished, then you will have to go. You cannot extend it anymore, right? For 3 months, that's it. And then he has things to do. His life goes on. You have to look after his family or whatever it is, right? Now, the importance of being here is the attitude and how much attention you pay to what it is spoken there. It's what really matters. If you pay attention, that's enough. If you really pay attention, it goes there. If it goes there, if it enters there, it's like an antivirus. It's going to do its job. It's going to burn everything in that system. And then this virus itself, the antivirus will destroy itself. No need to.
Antivirus working.
Yes, this is Kaspersky G, something like that.
Mind is taking that as a game. It's like non-serious
Yes,
attitude, right?
yes. The mind
Like,
plays with the knowledge
mind plays with the knowledge
and twist it for its own benefit and
yeah.
yes.
So like twisting or like making illusion out of it, like corrupting it, right?
So I don't play this. I'm very clear when this is because
so the one who's listening, me in this case, the attitude supposed to be very tough or very like serious.
Whatever you need is you're gonna get, bro. So and this can't help it. Don't blame this because this is like a radio. Whatever you hear here, not even the radio can switch on its volume by itself or switch off or not. It's a hand there that is doing all that. It's an invisible hand. But this can't help it. It's like a flute. It doesn't play music on its own. It's a hollow thing, see, through which the music just, a wind blows and the sound comes. Same thing, an energy, see, it blows here and something comes out. Somebody likes the concept? Fine, if not. You see what the Gita, like what Gita means song. But this is the song. Bhagavat means from Bhagavan, God. So this is the song about the self. See, the speech see, about the self, the song about the truth. The same song, different version, but it's the same song, the same content.
And multiplicity, or I don't know, variosity. It's ego wanted, right?
It doesn't exist. Multiplicity doesn't exist. Variety doesn't exist.
It's illusion.
Yes. You see so many trees, and the trees don't come and tell you, hey, how are you? We are so many trees here. Who is saying so? I. Then who creates the multiplicity? I. So when the I appears, everything else appears. If the I disappears, everything else disappears. Conceptually, not literally. Conceptually.
Dull mind and stupid mind is the same.
It's
right?
the same. A person in a dull state will not understand anything. Huh? Ask a question slow. The mind doesn't. Pure mind is the mind is active also because I'm talking about something, but you're thinking about something else, or an object, physical object, or intellectual object, knowledge. I'm talking about something you're interested in, whatever you have in your head. But pure mind. Mind that is awake and yet is not interested in anything. It's not dull. It's just being there, interested in nothing in particular. See, it doesn't have any expectation, doesn't have any, just child in the park. Looking at it. You see how the child discovers so many things in the park. Because the mind is not occupied. Okay? And it learns a lot and it sees a lot and notices a lot. And you remember when you were a child? The world was brilliant, right? So many things. You were fascinated by, right? And an ant, you look at an ant for hours and the dirt's in your nails. This fascination is
And then the preferences coming, yeah.
And then the ego comes and then you start accumulating knowledge, developing tendencies, desires, and ideas and concepts, and then you want to experiment all that because you want to become that. You study law because you want to become a lawyer. Perhaps not even to apply the law, but to become a lawyer. See, how many people graduate just to become that? They couldn't care less. How many doctors, nowadays scientists, is just for the sake of the money and to have a title that entitles them, right? To take humans as guinea pigs or whatever. Yeah, just to become. So this process of becoming, oh, and now you have to reverse that. And then you say, oh my God, this is so tough. Of course it's tough. Why is so tough? Well, because the momentum, see, that it carries, see, the inertia, the power, that the energy that it carries, it cannot be blown in 1 second. The body will not take it. It's right now. It's right now. All what is there in every cell of your body is blown out by a massive attack of energy in a destructive mood. This body will not survive. Because after awakening, there's a physical transformation that's partially pleasant, partially unpleasant. The body will not survive, it will burst. You see why? Some purification process needs to be done. If not, then gradually, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a hurry, but you wake up. You will wake up when you wake up.
And,
I did, that's the problem. You're in a rush.
and this rush, yeah, so yeah.
And by being a rush, you do the opposite. You delay everything because you give more energy to the movement that you want to stop. See, you give more. You want you want the phone to run out of battery, and what you're doing is plugging it on the wall.
That's why you're saying, yeah, just be.
Let the phone ring. Don't answer the call. But then let the mind think. Just don't answer the call. The mind is calling here, there, this, that, and the other. Don't answer the call. Let it ring. Who is there? Oh, it's anger is calling. See, jealousy is calling. The revolution is calling. See, save the planet is calling. Everybody is calling. See, then bag it all of them. I don't care. I'm saying here, you go and do whatever you want. Good luck on that. Good luck in changing the world and making it better. People want to make better, but it's already perfect. In doing so, they spoil it. Otherwise, look around you. All the mechanisms the humans develop for enlightenment, none of them will work. Because you cannot get what you are. But the impact that you feel there when I speak is not coming from the word. It's the intensity of or the frequency of an energy that is coming out. This is what hits you, right? Hits the body also, right? It produces sometimes some can't help it.
But this,
And
right,
there is nobody here that can claim I am doing it. I feel the same way you feel it. That's all.
this is my resistance, right? It's not your fault. It's
not.
my resistance. And if I'm resisting, how
And
can
it's
I
not,
take it?
and it's not your fault neither. You can't help it. Yeah.
I can change it now, the attitude.
Huh?
The attitude might be changed.
No, the attitude will be changed from from what comes here. Produce an impact in there. That's the people don't get it. See. See, thousands years ago, see, unless you take that head and put it here on the floor, on those feet, and surrender completely, you will get nothing from this body. In the past, the devotees were tested. Are you really a seeker, or you just come to for what? Western society is not used to this. You surrender completely. That's all. And do as you are told. But because they are modern times, so we have to accommodate to the actual situation, and patience is there and all that stuff. Otherwise, the first thing, please, if you come with a different attitude, doesn't help. It's just casual and intellectual podcast. Well, I cannot force anybody. You cannot force that neither. Can you see that? Either the person has the attitude or not. It depends. It all depends.
So it would be,
How many people knew Ramana Maharshi? Some saw something there. Some people saw something there. And when they saw it, they say, my God, what a good luck I am. I found it finally. Oof, this one, please. I'm done, finished. Kill me. You see why these gurus are called the Shiva, the destroyers of ignorance. Energy that destroys everything that is there.
it has no misery, right?
Yeah?
It has no misery,
Who?
that energy.
No, the misery is from the ego is going to suffer the misery. The ego created the misery. That energy is going to destroy that misery by destroying you. The idea of you is the idea of you is identical with the misery. Can you see that? Because when the suffering is there, I feel I am suffering. I feel I am the suffering, that I feel this discomfort, this energy produced by this thought. It's identical. It's the identity with something. It's the identity that will go. The identity creates this entity called this self. When the sunlight reflects into an object, touches a building, right? What is creating is an image of the building on the floor. Yes or no? A shadow or a shade. Yes? Exactly. So it looks identical to the object that it is getting associated with.
One thing of goodness is also ego.
Also ego. Anything that you want.
Whatever wanting, actually.
Including enlightenment. And if you don't want, it's also a form of wanting. I want. I don't want. This I has to be still. Look at it. Just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on this I. And it does not move. When it disappears as a self, then it can move, no problem. Even if you look at it, okay, it will move without raising the head and saying, I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am doing, see? It will be part of the action, because thought is part of the action, it's part of the movement. Okay? Thought is a natural process of the human body. The human body develops the capacity to think and develop the intellect. See? It's the ego aspect that will be gone, not the capacity to think and all that. Then you will see that the hand washing the dishes is a movement, it's a phenomenon. And then you see the mind is also a phenomenon. The energy that is creating that movement is a phenomenon. And behind all that, beyond all that is I. See? Spectator of all this infinite paraphernalia called life. Even if you don't get it, the conversation between yeah is recorded here, and all the knowledge that is necessary for people is just coming out of whether it's out of real interest or mere curiosity. But you're useful anyway, without even wanting or knowing it. You've been used. It's amazing, right? When you see it from this angle.
That was the reason.
What? Yes, yes. That's why the reason I was brought here. That's Mr.
I mean,
Jack is back.
Mr. Jack is back.
Yeah.
Mr. Jack's
In a Harley,
idea was like that.
in a gold wind Honda.
Huh?
In a gold wind Honda. You know these motorbikes? Gold wind. Honda bikes are huge. They come with stereo and even with AC. Hmm. Gold wing. Wing? Gold wing, yeah.
Sorry.
Honda
The
motorbike.
idea of the world saving is coming from the childhood watching too much movies, right?
Sorry?
The idea of world saving might come from the childhood watching too many movies, right?
Movies, cartoon. Watch the cartoon. It has been the same thing for ages.
Hero.
If there was no cartoons, there were books. If there were books, there were somebody telling the stories. See? Yes.
What?
Indoctrination.
To make a doctrine.
Yeah, it's a program. You have been trained. You're trained to think in that way. So there is no thought that you can call yours. All that was not even the thought I you can call yours. And fairy tales are for those who cannot swallow this fact. Those who find the truth too thick, right? They can see to chew it. Then you have to give them something, right? Otherwise, they will be disappointed. You need to something to satisfy their curiosity, and the fairy tale comes, right? But the difference is a fairy tale, which is fake, or when you create characters and tell a story where the character symbolically represents something or whatever it is. And what are these stories? If you read Ramayana, all these stories, each character represents its potentiality that can be manifested in human form. It's just everything, right? Look what it said. All this is said. So if it reflects the fact, that's okay. Because mythology might reflect the fact. If it's not understood, what can anybody do? But
low self-grade.
Sorry?
Low self-grade.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, when it's probably coming from the dull mind, right? I mean,
from the dull mind, nothing comes. With the dull mind, nothing can come.
You know, it might be a characteristic like
of what?
Of dull mind when the person like doesn't.
Who person? Someone else or you? Why are we talking about someone else? Go back to your stuff.
If I'm not valuing myself,
yes.
Like I not valuing myself.
If you value yourself, it means nothing. It means the same. Nothing. What self are you giving any value? What self? Sí, low self-esteem, high self-esteem. Nonsense. Who is this self again? The steam of the self will boil this self and will cook it and it will eat it. Like steamed rice. Come, we swallow it. Alvin, recuerda que tienes unos. Ah, sí. Sí, ya, que estoy pendiente de los audios de Ana. Uy, ¿dónde está? Alvin. Hace un par de noches te soñé como un taparrabo. Estoy hablando del taparrabo. Pregunta caprichosa. Caprichuda. When you hear in your head I, or when you feel there is something that arises as I, you must already, if it is arising as I, how can it be I if I see it arising? Bernice. Ana.
Hola César, hola a todos. Aquí habla el mutante de ratón a mujer. Che, César, mira, ayer de lo que me respondiste es como si hubiese quedado eso ahí, viste, latiendo, repitiéndose internamente. Dijiste, em, el que ve es lo mental, ¿no? Eso, está claro. Lo que ve, lo que atestigua a la mente.
El que ve está allí porque ve algo. ¿Sí? Si no hay nada que ver, el que ve desaparece. Es decir, la mente está completamente quieta. El que ve no ve nada, por lo tanto no es el... Pero hay algo que ve todavía, ¿verdad? Pero aquello que ve no ve nada. ¿Ah? Esa es la diferencia entre el que ve y aquello que ve. El que ve algo y aquello que ve no ve nada. El que ve es alguien, aquello que ve es. Simplemente es.
¿Eh? Obviamente no es mente, pero lo que atestigua no se puede atestiguar a sí mismo, o sea que no existe el conocimiento de sí mismo, ¿no?
Claro, se conoce, pero como lo que uno es, no se conoce como sí. Por eso se dice conocerlo es serlo. No lo conozco, lo soy. Y porque lo soy, lo conozco porque lo soy. Sí. Pues se llama autoconocimiento o conocimiento de sí mismo. No de alguien que tiene el conocimiento de un sí mismo por allá en el interior.
O sea, así en el orden de los relativos, si se conocen cosas, digamos, porque es inevitable, o sea, todo lo que aparece se conoce, pero pero el sí mismo es algo incognoscible, digamos, sería.
Exacto.
Bueno, esto quedó así como pack, así como la cabeza y, y al mismo tiempo, a medida que se repetía esto que me respondiste internamente, eh, es como si simultáneamente sintiera como una efervescencia en el cuerpo, en lo orgánico, o sea, no es algo que me preocupe para nada, bueno, la verdad es que mientras camine, viste, está todo bien. Pero sentía como si tuviera un Alka-Seltzer, viste, algo efervescente en la sangre, así, sin dolor, sin molestia, simplemente una
Sí, puede manifestar cualquier cantidad de fenómenos físicos y mentales también. ¿Mm? Todos son transitorios, todos son pasajeros, simplemente tranquila y como un Alka-Seltzer, a lo que lo pones en el vaso de agua, efervece, pero no para siempre, se diluye. Desde el punto de vista del testigo, los fenómenos ya no... Ah, pues, que- ah, dale. ¿Qué quieres que te diga? Dale. Adelante. Y pueden pasar todos. Como decía la canción de Facundo Cabral. Adelante, pueden pasar todos. No importa dónde haya nacido, en los barrios bajos, en los barrios. Hijos de generales o degenerados. Sí. Presidentes, presididos o presidiarios. Adelante, pueden pasar todos. Ahí están todos. ¿Dónde están todos? Están en ti, sí, todos están en ti. Puedes hacer.
sensación, ¿viste? Bueno, y eso como simultáneamente con esa repetición de esto que me dijiste, que en realidad el conocimiento de sí no existe, no puede suceder, digamos, no es algo, no es algo posible, o algo así. O sea, puede ser que el organismo, como organismo, reacciona o cambia algo o se expresa de una manera ante algo que cambia, digamos, totalmente la percepción. O sea, puede ser que el organismo, como organismo,
Se me fue el sonido. ¿Por qué? No, no, porque es un audio.
totalmente, puede ser que el organismo, como organismo, reacciona o cambia algo o se expresa de una manera ante algo que cambia, digamos, totalmente la...
Sí, hay una impredictibilidad también. ¿Mm? O sea, los cambios en el organismo, las sensaciones físicas. Ah, ok. Es que Nastia puso los audífonos y se conectaron a la computadora. Sí, y son espontáneos. Sientes a alguien, no sabes por qué lo sientes, no hay intención, sino hay voluntad. O haces algo, o dices algo, te mueves o reaccionas, el movimiento llega al principio y dices, es decir, me desconozco, ¿sí? Este no soy yo, algo cambió, algo se transformó, no tú en esencia, ¿no? Pero sí, es que desde la molécula subatómica en el cuerpo, lo que sea que esté allí, ¿Ok? Esta energía va a producir una mutación. Eso es lo que se hace que se convierte el hombre en un ser humano. No sé si me explico, porque le va a sacar de adentro, ¿sí? Su predictibilidad, ¿sí? Ese comportamiento. Le saca no al animal, porque sigue siendo un organismo biológico, ¿verdad? Pero saca la animalidad de este organismo biológico, el mecanismo ese de egoico de competencia, supervivencia, violencia, y todo eso. Le saca el mono de la cabeza, de la sangre, y produce un impacto en el entorno. ¿Mm? Y afecta el entorno, ¿sí? Lo altera inclusive, si se quiere, lo transforma. Bueno, ¿qué nos pasó, por lo menos a nosotros, que estuvimos cerca en la presencia física de estos seres? Todos fueron transformados en lo que son hoy. ¿Mm? Anda a ver Putaparti, un mapa que no, un pueblo que no aparecía ni siquiera en el mapa de Anantapur, de la provincia. Anda a verlo ahora. Ahí consigues de todo. Anda a ver la infraestructura en el video. Me quedé loco cuando vi unos videos. Todo ahora con paneles solares y todo muy orgánico. Y sí, anda a ver todo eso. Cómo funciona todo eso. El impacto que está haciendo eso, que no se ve, que no se publicita. Aunque el impacto de los estudiantes que salen de ahí, aunque no sean iluminados, ¿ok? Salen con unos valores extraordinarios y con unas calificaciones extraordinarias. Y bueno, se hizo tan famoso el instituto que desde que los metían en kindergarten ya habían compañías que los habían reservado. Sí, quiero que trabajen conmigo. Y sus sueldos se quedan con lo que necesitan para sobrevivir y luego lo vuelven a inyectar para seguir reproduciendo, ¿sí? Más de eso. O sea, así funcionaba antes, por lo menos. Es el impacto que produce. ¿Sí? El río Chitrabatri que se secó, ahora hay un parque con botes y con todo. Y- pues sí, ¿enviaste otro más? No, ese fue el último.
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yes.
What about?
Is it is it is it okay to defend like for the sake of saving this life body, this body life?
You may, to defend yourself, you may have to do something. You will never attack anybody. Are you following?
Yeah.
You may defend yourself, you will attack no one.
But if someone is attacking you,
You may have to defend yourself.
but if someone is provoking, then
You will try to avoid it as much as you can.
better to stay away or go away.
That is reflected in the two main Hindu stories, which is Mahabharata and Ramayana, but the sages itself which were part of the court, see, advisors of the king. They tried as much as they could to avoid any conflict, any war, any aggression, anything. They will try to calm everybody down. They will feel nothing against it. Even the demons, they will say, just chill out, right? So when the things went out of hand, then you have to, Arjuna didn't even want to enter into the battlefield. I don't want to do this because there is my family there, my cousins are there, my teachers are there, and you are telling me to kill everybody. What choices do you have? They will attack. If you don't want to go, they will attack. What are you gonna do like this? There is no anger in them. Verbal attack, who cares? These are words. If you have an image of yourself, and that image of yourself feels threatened by these words, you will react verbally, perhaps even physically. If these words produces the opposite effect, that people are praising you, also there will be a reaction of you. You will feel good by these words. It's an image of yourself that you will feel that it is highlighted or humiliated.
Es como si explotara un círculo cerrado, algo así. Y claro, el círculo cerrado siempre tiene una referencia de un centro, el yo, digamos, el yo es lo mío, como decimos. Entonces, no sé, la sensación de la no referencia es como, no sé, ni siquiera te diría como extraño, sino como, no sé.
Sí. Al principio es extraño y luego es natural. Al principio es como nuevo y luego se hace permanente.
Eh, sí, no sé qué sería eso. Muchas gracias, César. Un abrazo fuerte. Saludos a todos.
Saludos a Franca. ¿Cómo está Franca? ¿Durmiendo? No. Ok. Cuéntame, a ver cómo va. Es efectivo uno nada más.
Have you ever doubt in your doubt is mental, right?
When you ask me if I ever doubt, you are the one that is doubting is you.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Mm. Oh, Alicia,
Hola.
hola. Te oigo.
Ah, bien. Eh, bueno, la pregunta es esta. Me pasa mucho, muy seguido que de repente estoy en una discusión imaginaria, en una conversación distraída con algo y de repente me doy cuenta, eso para y salgo de ahí, para la discusión imaginaria y todo para. Entonces la pregunta es, ¿qué es lo que se da cuenta de eso?
Ah, de nuevo, otra vez.
Me pasa muy seguido enroscarme en una discusión imaginaria, un ejemplo, ¿no? Con alguien, estoy teniendo una discusión en mi cabeza y estoy muy distraída, muy metida en eso, pero de repente me doy cuenta que estoy distraída. Eh, la pregunta es, ¿qué es lo que se da cuenta?
Ah,
Porque es como si fuera otra perspectiva, como si
claro,
alguien viera desde arriba, desde atrás, ¿qué
claro.
es eso?
Y tú, tú eres eso.
Directamente, es la conciencia.
Directamente, claro. La conciencia le hace al el yo real, el único yo, ¿ok? Es como que como un alfiler, ¿sí? A esa burbuja de yo mental, ¿sí? A lo que se... ¡pop! ¿Me sigues? Una forma de decir, ¿no? O sea, darse cuenta de lo falso de ese yo es darse cuenta de ser la realidad, ¿m? Detrás de ese yo, de ser la conciencia de ese yo. Porque cuando ya no está, yo sigo siendo yo, ¿sí? Yo sigo estando presente, sigo siendo consciente, yo sigo siendo yo. Cuando el otro yo no está, yo sigo siendo yo. En el sueño profundo sería como un mega pop, ¿sí? ¡Puf! Pero yo estoy presente, todo lo demás está ausente. Todo lo demás está ausente, pero yo sigo siendo yo sigo siendo.
Genial, buenísimo, me parece súper directo, porque en realidad estaba confundida, tenía miedo con la idea esa del observador, que no termino de entender dónde, dónde va, y pensé que capaz era el observador y no la conciencia.
No, lo que estabas observando, te diste cuenta del observador, porque el que estaba observando su diálogo era el observador, es la mente, ¿verdad? Observando a alguien, creando un alguien, ¿sí? Teniendo una relación mental con ese alguien y observándolo, ¿verdad? Pero llega algo que vio al que ve y lo visto. ¿Me sigues?
No, es ahí que me pierdo, ahí me pierdo.
Bueno, no importa, te diste cuenta de los dos de un sopetón, del sujeto y del objeto. Estoy yo teniendo un diálogo con alguien, ahí está el sujeto teniendo un diálogo con alguien que sería el objeto, ¿verdad? Está una persona, yo, teniendo un diálogo con otra persona, él, ¿sí? El sujeto y el objeto. ¿Te diste cuenta de eso? Y ambos desaparecieron. Por eso pregunta, ¿y eso qué queda qué es? Porque no lo ya lo sabes. Lo que pasa es que no lo puedes definir, porque no tiene la misma, no tiene características, cualidades como el sujeto y el objeto, ¿sí? Digamos que está presente, pero es invisible.
Sí.
Inclusive para
Y
ti
esto habla,
no se puede ver, ¿sí? solamente puedes ser. Esa conciencia no se puede ver a sí misma, solamente puede ser sí misma. Es decir, tú no te puedes conocer a ti misma, solamente puedes ser tú misma. Conocerte a ti misma es ser tú misma, darte cuenta de ser eso. Listo. No tienen que recordar. Mm. Ese yo obviamente es mental, ¿cierto? Y el otro también es mental. Eso es la mente, yo y tú. Son imágenes mentales, son imaginación. Ahora, para la vida, eso eventualmente se acaba. Ahora, para la vida diaria lo utilizarás, pero sabes que ese yo no es el yo. Solamente queda ya como función, no como tú. ¿Sí? Queda como una aplicación en el teléfono. ¿Sí? Llamemos al teléfono el cuerpo, pero ya no eres, ya no te limitas a ella. ¿Sí? O sea, tu identidad no deriva del cuerpo y de la mente. Es más, tú no tienes identidad. No es que retomas una nueva identidad o te identificas como el ser, no, no. No. ¿Sí? Quedas sin identidad. Quedas como eres, desidentificada. ¿Sí? Ni siquiera te puedes identificar a ti mismo. ¿Cómo? ¿Y para qué? No hace falta. Y a otro, pues mucho menos. ¿Cuál es el otro si eres tú mismo? Correcto.
Uh, the attitude is like when you love someone, you do something for the other, right?
Are we going to romantic stuff now?
No. I mean,
Are we going into a relationship?
No. When the love is like not conditioned by this romantical thing, but then when the attitude, like normal attitude between people, unselfish, is going through from the love feeling, right?
What's the point?
Uh,
Where again, you're looking within the spectrum of your knowledge, right? Your ideas of life, or the varieties of expressions of life. Now you were like, I'm running out of something to talk about. And then you go and pick up, oh, yeah, let me bring this one to the table. Relationship. Are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship? You're not even in a relationship, right?
Look at me,
Then-
what a relationship.
Then what's the point of the question? It's curiosity, see? You know, it's not something that is practical happening to you.
It's from the past, memory.
When so what? She's gone, she's gone. Maybe you're lucky, be happy for that.
No, I mean the attitude I had.
So what can you do with that now? Tell me. This is my point. What is the practicality of
Yeah.
the only mind that stays after the ego is gone is a practical mind, which is completely unselfish. Even the romantic mind may express itself without expecting anything out of the flowers that you give to your partner, just because I love you, want your flower. Not because you want to take her to bed, or to cook you a nice dinner, or scratch your back, or massage your feet, or something else. Or to keep quiet means she's no longer angry with you. So you want her to shut up, or you give her flowers. So. Even if you want something, you may ask for it. You may get it, you may not. That's it. You're happy either way. You can say, love, can you scratch my back? Say, no. Okay. No problem. Good night. See you tomorrow. Have a nice rest. No big deal. The tendency, I want to know something. So if you stay not knowing,
Because of coming,
then
because of the doubt, right?
the dope, what dope?
Because of the doubt,
Doubt.
Sorry, because of the doubt,
Yes,
this tendency appears.
because of the doubt. No,
Like
no.
I'm doubting in something, and I'm asking you as an authority to.
You're too complicated. Your mind is so complicated. Yes. And you walk straight on the street, or you also go sideways? I'll explain to you. It's a tendency. It's more simple than that. The knower is running out of knowledge. And if the knower state without knowledge, it disappears. Not knowing makes the knower to go. And then the knower, out of survival mechanism. Yes. Listen, 3 reincarnations ago, when I was married with so-and-so in a relationship, then I was doing it because of, see, off you go again. Jack again. Jack, vroom. That's Jack. He's coming again.
Mental games.
Again, another mental game. It's mental curiosity. There's no practical value in the question. These meetings are practical meetings. Even the words has a practical meaning of wake you up while listening. See? So even this word has a practical meaning, not because if I want to give a lecture to anybody about anything, Jesus. If hypothetical stuff is coming, if, what if, what is the obstacle now? That itself. Now the question should be practical, right? Then in this case, there is an obstacle there. What if my mother was a roller skate? I don't know, maybe you will be a roller skater. I don't know, whatever. But all if, I don't know, nobody knows. Hypothesis, how can I give a concrete answer to a hypothetical question? She said, what if I don't know? Straight away I said, I don't know. So, time up. If you have more questions, you have to wait until tonight. If you can survive the heat, then something might happen. If you open the oven and run away, even though you go a little bit cooked, you may not notice it now. Your skin already got a little bit crunchy.
Huh?
Your skin already got a little bit crunchy, even if you get out of the oven and run away into the coolness of hypothetical thinking and life and stuff.
Not interesting.
Ah.
Not interesting anymore.
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 Because for 4 months, that's the only thing that you have been showing up. But now, somehow, I'm not interested in it.
I mean, mind is still playing,
Yes.
but there is a tiny sense of
I'm a very naughty boy. See, when the mind wants to play here, I say no. My mom doesn't want me to play with you. You know, get out of the house and play with you. Alicia. ¿Algo más, Alicia? Ahí quedó, ¿verdad? Listo,
Sí,
perfecto.
muchas gracias.
A la orden, a la orden. Buenas noticias. A lo que me doy cuenta de la ilusión, me di cuenta de ser la realidad que se da cuenta de la ilusión. Es decir, la ilusión no cubre mi realidad. Mi realidad sin nombre y sin forma ya no queda limitada a un nombre y una forma en particular, limitación creada por el pensamiento, yo soy el cuerpo, la mente, etcétera, etcétera. Ok, entonces nos vemos a la noche. Yes. but if, I mean,
The process, the mental activity or the thoughts, when they are reflecting the absolute or or like the existence, the totality of life, they are also there, right? I mean, there are thoughts as well, just the quality of them is different.
yes,
Thank you.
correct. You're welcome. See you tonight. Okay, bueno. Okay, nos vemos mañana. Okay, sí.
Sure.
Huh?
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I don't know.
Dios te da.
Ah, aquí estoy todavía, pensé que me había salido ya. Adiós.